But at the same time, there is still some merit to a label coming in and helping to amplify your career and help you become successful, to go get that show money, to go start some merch. As long as they're not taking all your merch money and your show money and all those other things, which I rarely see anybody not smart enough to give away everything now.
Right.
But it's, like you said, you got to give a little to get a little. And I think now artists think they're getting too smart, that they're walking and saying, nah, I want to own all my shit. And it's like, bro, like, we're about to put $500,000 into this. It's our staff that's going to go do this. We're going to shoot your video. We're going to pay for marketing. We're going to give you tour support. So where is the fine line where an artist, I'm not asking you to give legal advice, and every situation is different, but generally speaking, one, you wouldn't say that labels, independent or major, are necessarily the enemy. It's more about the education you have of how to structure your deal with them. What is your take on that?
I wouldn't. I'm not going to sit here and just say, look, the record company is every artist's enemy, right? It's a business negotiation. Everyone you sit across the table from in a business negotiation is, basically your enemy, right? It's all about who gets the most out of this deal.
Right.
So in order for you to get the most out of the deal, you got to educate yourself before you sit down at the table. I didn't do that, right? I thought making music was all I really needed to know, right? And it was, in order to get in the room. But once I got in the room, I didn't have the information that I needed in order to take full advantage of the situation. So I got jerked.
But did you not have a lawyer?
I learned more and more with every album. We renegotiated terms. We asked for something, they would ask for something else. We'd be like, we want this. Well, if you want that, we'll give you that, but you got to give us this. So it's a constant business negotiation, right? And so you can't get mad at the record company because you didn't know the rules before you got there. It's not their job to take care of you. It's your job to take care of yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that's probably the only thing that I kind of regret about, is the fact that I didn't educate myself enough so that when I got to the table, I knew what to negotiate for.
Right.
It's not just about money, right? It's not just about cash. Because if all you want is cash from a record company, they'll give that up, right? Yep. They'll give you money right now for money that gets earned into perpetuity, right? Yep. So you're thinking, you signed a record deal in 2021, right? You're thinking about the money that you're going to make in 2021. Right. And if it does work out, then you're going to think about the money you make in 2022. The record company is thinking about the money that the music you create now is going to generate 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, where you're no longer viable as an artist, but your music and your intellectual property is still viable. That's what the record company is looking for. And it's their job to get as much of that intellectual property and value and worth out of you before you realize how much you're worth, and you kind of shift the narrative and switch the advantages in the business contract. So by the time you're educated, you're not viable as an artist anymore.
Man, that 3-minute clip right there, that should be digested by every artist that's following me. And first of all, I want to give a shout out to ClintonSparks and his show, Win Big with ClintonSparks. You guys should check it out and catch it weekly, streaming live on Twitch, or just go to his Twitch channel and check out the previous episodes. And check out his book, How to Win Big in the Music Industry. He sent it to me late last year. I definitely had to check out, had a chance to check out almost half of it. Still waiting for that Audible version, by the way, but it's another great book by a legend in the game that's had years of experience, relationships in the music business, entertainment, and all that. But let's break down this last 3-minute clip that you guys just heard Bun B sort of talking about the give and take relationship in each negotiation, right? Because, he's absolutely right. Every negotiation can be different. Every contract can be written differently. I talk about this all the time in a lot of my videos, that, I want you guys to specifically pay attention to some of these things that people say in the industry. Don't take it word for word. When people say, oh, you gotta own all your masters, there's a way you can split the master. There's a way you can get residual income down the line, as well as the people that are investing money into you, for them to be able to get residual income for a number of years, and so on and so forth. But specifically what BunB is talking about is that the education factor, right? That he thought that in the beginning, his job was just to make music. And I keep telling you guys this all the time, and I've heard this from a number of industry professionals and execs and just, legends in the game, that it's 10% about the music, 90% about the business. Maybe sometimes it's 20% about the music and sometimes 80% about the business, but the key word in music business is business. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the key words in it. So if you don't know your business, you cannot be mad if you end up getting screwed. Like, real talk, you have to understand the business. I know it's not fun for some of you guys, but you can make it fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how when somebody finds something they're passionate about and they're really good at it, why wouldn't you want to look into every avenue and topic on that particular industry, how to make yourself better and all of that? So, there's nothing much for me to say on this video except listen to Bun B. Like, don't go into situations ignorant. Finally, please realize that it's not just about your music, that the music is the first phase, if you want to call it that, to get into the door in front of an investor, major label, a business relationship, a sponsorship, endorsement relationship, a collaboration, whatever the case may be. That may be one of the first things that'll get you there. But once you're there, in order to sustain your career, you have to understand the business, or understand at least enough so you can put the right people in the positions to understand the business and take your business to the next level and have your best interests at heart. There's no other way to say it, right? Like, if you're not going to listen to me, right, because who am I to some of you guys, listen to Bun B, a legend in the game. Listen to ClintonSparks. Listen to all these other videos that I post. It sometimes just goes that way. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to listen to the first couple of people, even if they have, your best interests at heart. You're not going to listen to them until you hear it from like 10 other people, 10 different ways, and one of them may be like a billionaire, a legend in the game, whatever. Then you're finally like, oh damn, now I see what that guy was talking about. So it's natural, it's okay, but hopefully me giving you these videos and just breaking down these different explanations little by little, you'll start understand why it's important to understand the business. And just like there's 101 different ways to make it as an artist or entrepreneur or anybody, there's also 101 different ways you can understand the business and to the depth of understanding that you need to go into. You know what I'm saying? Like, consider every situation carefully. That's all I want you to think. Be analytical. Try to think like an engineer if you can. There's nothing wrong with that. You can still keep a particular artist persona, to the public, but in private and how you deal with your people in business, you can be completely different. Matter of fact, there's a lot of artists that have figured it out, that have a particular persona on the outside, and they're just, business-like, smart, intelligent, organized, use a calendar, don't get drunk out in public, don't screw up their career before it starts, and they can operate that way for many, many years and have successful careers. So look, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I really love ClintonSparks podcast on Twitch, so I'm gonna probably do more videos from his podcast, but as always, leave comments in the comment section. If somebody needs this video, please share it with them, save it, watch it later, whatever, go watch the full episode on Twitch. And if you need to get a hold of me, you know where to click the link in my profile or down below if you're on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.